What's going on, yo? What's going on, Mini Truck? Back with another one. What's been going on, you guys? I know it's been a hot minute since I've made a video. Uh, Things have been just kind of crazy for a minute. Kind of been very busy, had a lot going on. So, figure I had a moment, and I thought I'd make a little video. I know it's like I said, no, it's been a minute. It's been months, honestly. Uh, but I thought I'd check in, tell you guys what's been going on, what I've been up to, what might be happening soon, and everything in between. So, hope you guys can hear me well. I've been having a problem with this phone. Sounds kind of distorted a little bit. Sounds like I'm kind of in a tin can sometimes. So hopefully you guys can hear me well. So, all right, let's get into it, y'all. I hope you guys been out there making some money. Hope you guys been doing well. Um, Out there rolling. I know things have been crazy between the possible rail strike and fuel prices and freight markets being up and down. I know this has been absolutely insane. So, um, but I hope you guys been out there making some money. Um, it's been a little rough at times over here where I've been at, but we'll get more on that in a minute. So I think to start where I left off, my last video was about the day cab Volvo that I had bought and been fixing up. And I think in the last video, I was just fixing to lease it on to Forward Intermodal, which is where I was at, or to where I am at. And so to start where I left off there, to kind of tell you how the Volvo worked out, well, to keep it short, it didn't. So I think I leased it on right around the second week of May and took it off, I think, the week after the 4th of July. So in that time, the first 2 weeks was pretty good, and I knew I'd find some problems with it here and there, but it was like after the first 2 weeks, it was like problem after problem after problem. Tires blown out, brake chambers going out, slave cylinder, leveling valve, air dryer. I mean, just all types of issues. AC issues. I mean, it got to where it was nickel and diming me to death. So, right after the 4th of July, I took it off and put the Kenworth back on. Fortunately, I still had the Kenworth, and so I was able to put it back on. During that time that I had the Volvo on it forward, I think I maybe ran a total of a full 2.5 weeks in that like 2.5 month period. That's how bad I was having problems with the truck. Now there was a week in there I did take a vacation as well, but I had a lot of problems with that day cab. So ended up getting rid of it and sold it. Sold it for what I had in it. Plus, believe it or not, despite not being able to run it very much because of the problems I did actually make right at what I had in it. So I kind of made my money back on it. Plus, I sold it for what I had in it. So didn't come out too bad on it. But after that, I leased the Kenworth back on. Fortunately, I hadn't gotten rid of it yet. And ran it for about 2 days before I opened up my big mouth and said to my terminal manager, "Hey, look, 2 days without a breakdown." And which just about everybody in the office looked at me and said, "John, why the fuck did you just say that?" And I said, "I'll knock on wood, I'll be all right." Well, wasn't all right because the next day I broke the fifth wheel. So I kind of snapped after everything I'd been going through, both personally and with the business and the trucks, and just I kind of snapped and said, "Screw it, I'm going to be a company driver." And we just opened up a couple company driver positions over at Forward in Nashville. And he's like, "Yeah, you can make $1,300 a week, so on and so forth." I kind of BS'd me on that a little bit because I went and did that. Did that for about 3.5 weeks. Never saw anywhere near 13. He's like, "Yeah, you take home 13 a week. Take home 13 a week." I think the most I ever seen was like 700. So I said, "Screw it." I fixed the fifth wheel on the Kenworth during that time, leased it back on, and that's what I've been doing ever since. So uh, that's been about a month now. It's just been kind of back and forth and crazy and so on and so forth. So um, overall, I figured I'd talk about them a little bit as well. Ford's been a pretty good company. Like I said, I'm out of Nashville pulling containers. I really like the staff. Everyone's been very cool between the terminal manager, the ops manager, um, dispatchers. Everyone's been really awesome. Other office personnel, which there isn't very many. I think there's like 6 people in total. Everyone's really cool, easy to get along with. A lot of the drivers. Now, a lot of the drivers I have a hard time understanding. Most of them speak Spanish, um, and but they're still really cool. They'll wave at you and whatnot. So it's been a pretty good company. I will say that I've had a few small issues as far as, um, just the typical shit you deal with. I went into GM in Spring Hill. They BS'd me around for like an hour and a half before saying, "Hey, we can't unload you," and then having to turn around with a loaded container and come back to the yard, and only getting paid like $120 instead of what the load should have paid. I think it was close to 300. So I was a little irritated, and I also didn't get the tension pay, so I was a little irritated about that. But I mean, if that's the worst, it's not too bad, honestly. So it's been pretty good with them for the most part up until recently. Feels like I kind of haven't been able to catch a break between all that went on, when freight was really good, and the trucks breaking down and having problems, to now where we had the pending rail strike. And just put my 2 cents in on that real quick. They say the rail didn't go on strike, like I'll use CSX for example, because we run in and out of the CSX rail yard in Nashville. And they say they didn't go on strike, but there was about a 2-week period where nothing really got moved. It was filling up with containers that were coming in, like trucks were bringing them in, and they weren't going out on trains, and we didn't have anything really new coming in to go out. So they say they didn't go on a strike, but something definitely went on there because things got real slow. And during that time, the last like 2 weeks, I have not taken home really anything. Like I've barely broke even. I think for what I got paid on Friday, which was for the week before, um, after you took out my truck payment, all their expenses, then truck payment, putting aside for some maintenance and taxes, I think I took home like $20. What I get paid this week for what I did last week is going to be even worse if I even break even at all. So that's been kind of where I've been at. Now this week so far, we're off to a great start. I mean, I've probably made more this week already than I did last week. I did over $900 just today alone. I'm set up tomorrow to do probably over 1,000, which is really good. Normally, I run about the $600 range on a good day. So I guess it's kind of picking up, but that's been kind of shitty. Rates have been kind of dropping, like freight's been dropping as well. So kind of at a crossroads on what to do because still haven't got to really build my stuff back up to where I want it from where I dealt with all that stuff with the Volvo. Still got a little money put away, but I'm kind of really below where I want to be. So kind of thinking about going back over the road. I kind of have an opportunity to go back over the road, and I'm just kind of unsure if I want to take it. So it's kind of something that's been weighing on my mind. It's a local company. I live in Lafayette, Tennessee now. I kind of moved up the road, and there's a local company out of Hartsville. I'm not going to say the name of the company, but they actually small company, small family-owned company, about 25 drivers. I think 4 of those are company drivers. The rest are all owner ops. I have a chance to go with them, be home on the weekends. They seem like a pretty cool little company, but kind of on the fence about it. So that's kind of what's been going on as far as trucking and what I've been doing as far as that. I guess some updates on my personal life, if anyone cares. I've got a little girl. I've got an amazing girlfriend a girl I've been with for a while now. Not the same girl I was with before, but I've been with a different girl. Got a little girl with her. Well, technically not my little girl, but she calls me dad, and her birth father don't have nothing to do with her. So that's been crazy. That's something I've been getting used to is how to be a dad. never really seen that happening. So it's been doing that. Got the S10 going. I've talked about it before on the channel. I've posted a few videos of it. Ended up having to rebuild the whole motor. It's been just that was a lot of money I put out for it. Um, just stuff like that, you know. Uh, but it's been fun. It's been fun. It's been different. Got to go on vacation down to Texas. Got to enjoy that with some good friends. Hoping if things can pick up and I can get back to where I want to be financially, still making it, still doing okay. But if I can get to where I want to be, where I'm at my comfort level, I might be going on vacation to the Smokies this fall. But I guess we'll see how that goes. So enough rambling on, I guess. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Should I go back over the road? They've showed me pay sheets, of drivers that are taking home. They're taking home $3,000 or more a week, and they're home on the weekends. So, seems like a pretty good setup to me. But kind of unsure because I like where I'm at and I like being home every day. So that's a major plus. But anyways, I'm about to get off here, y'all. Make some dinner and get ready for tomorrow. Like I said, I know it's been a minute. I hope you guys have been doing well. I'll try to post on here a little bit more when I get a chance. So y'all watch out for that. Let me know if there's anything you want to know. Y'all take it easy and peace out.